Right then, welcome in, welcome back. It is good to be here, and as you can see, everybody, it is Singapore for Helheim Racing, and we have reached round 10 this week, which is pretty crazy. This season is going incredibly fast. It really is. Round 10 has come around pretty fast, and 14 rounds in a season. We're on the Wednesday. I think there's only 2 weeks left of this season, and then we are done for another Helheim season, which is just crazy. It has gone so fast, but we are here and ready to start to round it off then with 4 more rounds after this one. We are 11 minutes then to go of qualifying, everybody. We've got a lovely race intro waiting for you later on. And qualifying is here to get you going then. 11 minutes to go at the moment. Helheim Gambit is on provisional pole by a good margin. Matt Brooks in second place, 127.3. Not so bad at all for him either. Betty in third then. Then from Venom, who's in fifth. At the moment, there's a fairly decent showing today, I've got to say. Fairly decent. 16 drivers, not too bad at all. You can't go wrong with that, can you? Betty third, Venom 4, Rated in 5, Blaze 6, Crit 7, Big Bazooms in 8, Crazy Hurdler 9, Peter 10, SDA 11, T-Pain 12, JC 13, Master 14, who last race, let me just say, put an absolute show on. So this man, I'm excited to see what he can do today. RJ in 15 and Back Me God down in 16. Beginning a lap now, might as well go on board with him. What can this man do then here in Singapore? Can he get any good times for his first one around the track today? At the Marina Bay circuit, everybody. A lovely track, I've got to say. I absolutely love it, and only commentated here the other day, so it's good to be back here in Helheim Racing. I had to double check. I was wondering if I got confused that it wasn't actually Singapore, because I remember doing it recently, but it must have been for another league. We're here though for Helheim Racing, everybody. And I am more than excited to get into this one tonight. I really am. The season, not too long left to go then until the closing stages. Only 4 rounds to go after this one, 5 including this one. And Back Me God seems to be on a fairly decent time then, everybody, so far. He's going to head up towards the end of the second section. This will be the true teller, as if he is up on time or down. He is 1 minute 4.3, I think it said, on this lap. Now, what can he do once he heads up towards the line? Back Me God, for the first time of his today, can he put a good time on the board is the question. Here he goes then, round the final corner. Back Me God, up towards the line, and it will be P11, 129.1 for that man. Not a bad effort to get going then here in Singapore. And good stuff to start with. Good stuff, absolutely. Here in Singapore, he nearly hits the barrier there. I think he does hit the barrier. What's doing here? Back Me God backs into the wall here today. But Gambit, provisional pole for him so far. Your driver standings are as follows. Betty, at the moment, is the championship leader by 13 points. Gambit closing in second place, 13 points behind. Today, can he close that gap even further, or can he get the lead of the championship after today's race? It is possible. Matt Brooks then, 29 points behind Gambit in second place. So Matt Brooks in third. He's definitely got a chance then today of closing that gap if he can do so. He's in second place at the moment. He's had a very nice qualifying so far, and he's out there again to give it another shot once it is his time. But I gotta say, if I'm looking at the stats now, for Betty and Gambit, it is looking very nice. It really is. On stats for them this season, there is 2 race wins for Betty this season. There's 1 second place, 2 thirds. Gambit has got 5 wins across this whole season. He won last round out in Australia. And he's out here today putting it on provisional pole so far. This man is on for another world championship, and I am all for it. Matt Brooks then is down by 300ths of a second in the first sector. Sorry, can he improve in the middle? Is the question. But yes, 5 wins for Gambit, 1 second place. The rest of them he finished, but didn't really go as planned, only scoring 1 point on the first round in Silverstone. Didn't really go his way then, but he did try to pick up his groove after that, and of course he won the last race, which is very nice to see. Second place in the championship though, the Ferrari driver. Can he take the championship lead today? Betty, of course, like I mentioned, is a man who is leading the World Championship. Third at the minute in qualifying, but is his race pace better than his quali pace? Is the question. It always seems to vary a bit with the drivers, I've got to say. Always different, and we'll see. We'll see what Betty can do today. Will his race pace be better than quali? Is the question. Gambit still in the pit lane, sitting quite happily. Matt Brooks then towards the line. Here we go then. Over the line for this man. And he gets going on his flying lap, sending it into turn 1 and 2. This man is on a mission. Look at this lap. It is beautiful so far through the first sector. Can he keep it up then? Heading right round the right-hander. He takes all the speed in. Doesn't scrub any off. That is absolutely beautifully executed then. The DRS gets activated on the exit. This is beautiful so far for Matt Brooks then. Up towards the left-hander. It is, a 10th down then for Matt Brooks. It was looking fast. It just shows you how fast Gambit was then, if he's a 10th down. Wow. Wolf in the chat, how are you doing, mate? It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome in. Hope you're having a very nice day today, as we are here for Helheim Racing, of course. As we always are on the Wednesdays and Sundays. I'm full-time now, as you will know, as we've done it for 10 rounds. Which is crazy. Wolfie, another Singapore Grand Prix. I know. I was just thinking that. I had to double take it, but yeah, another one. It's really weird because it always lands up that I've got the same Grand Prix in the same week. It's really weird, really weird. But Matt Brooks then, he's looking fastest in the middle sector. Has he found some time? Number 97 of Matt Brooks then. He's going to head to the final corner here in Singapore. It's the pit lane. He hasn't found any time. Matt Brooks is definitely down and into the pit lane. Second place is all for him so far. Betty down by 200ths of a second. Crazy Hurdler joins now in the session to make it still 16 because he was already in. But very nice qualifying so far. Betty, the championship leader, is up by 1/10 of a second in Sector 2. Isn't going to be enough for anything up the top to be completely transparent with you, because he's got a 127.6. If he finds a 10th, that's 127.5, and that isn't even P4. So what can Betty do? Has he found any more time? Around the final corner. Here he goes then. Betty towards the line. It'll be still P5. Like I said, a 10th improvement. It won't even be P4. Still P5 for this man. Third row of the grid for Betty, the championship leader, who needs to defend his title today because Gambit is on the ball. Championship lead is on the horizon for this man if he can get a good race today and outscore Betty. Now, JC, of course, is in 4th place. He has took pole position a lot recently and hasn't been able to turn it into a Grand Prix win. I think he took 2nd place to start the last GP out in Australia, and the few races before that, I think he got 3 consecutive poles, which we got to witness, but he couldn't change that into a win. But last race in Australia, I've got to say, last race in Australia was something else for JC. He really came alive. And in today in qualifying, he's going to head into the pit lane. P4 at the moment. Is he going to come out again? Is the question. Can we see a better time from JC? We know he is fast in qualifying. That is what he is best at. Can he do a good time? Betty is out there on the track then. Is he going to go into the pit lane this time? 100%. Okay, this is interesting now. Master's in P6, and last race, he had a very nice one, if I must say so myself. Just finding him in the standings. He got a second place, Master did, last race, and picked up 34 points. He has messed up this qualifying lap, so he won't be going on this one, but probably will be going after this. But yes, he is 19th in the standings this season, but 34 points to his name. 264 points deficit to the championship leader. Crazy stuff. But Master has came in a bit late, so maybe next season will be his chance. We said the same with Matt Brooks, and he's absolutely shown his true colours this season. He's going to head towards the line. This is it for the second chance then. Matt Brooks, 97, the Alpine driver, third in the World Championship standings, has to master this lap to get his chances even higher. I've taken a championship this season. 1 minute and 20 seconds left of qualifying. Matt Brooks then towards the end of the first sector. Overtake enabled right down towards the end of the first sector. Can he improve this time? He was down by 10th in the first last time. Now he's up by 100ths of a second. Matt Brooks is finding time. This is what we want to see. Last lap, he went fastest in the middle sector. Can he find any time in the middle sector? He's going to head right down towards it now. Matt Brooks, this man could be on for a pole position today. Wolfie in the chat, I don't know, I get more energy from watching Helheim than any other league. Me too, to be fair. It is such a good league, it really, really is. Especially when the Grand Prix starts. But Matt Brooks up by a 10th in the middle sector, everybody. It isn't going to be enough for pole, but he's looking like he's improving in the middle and the first sector too. Matt Brooks is going to shave a bit of time off his time, which he's going to need to do because rated is so incredibly close to Matt Brooks' time. And he's invalidated. He has invalidated his lap. He's going to go into the pit lane. Matt Brooks is in the danger zone now. He really, really is, because rated is going to be starting his lap pretty soon. JC too. JC, the master of qualifying, let me just tell you. Can he do well today? Betty retires. P5 or lower for him then, the championship leader. He isn't going to get a good starting position for today's Grand Prix. Matt Brooks finishes second place then in qualifying. His qualifying is concluded. JC round the first few corners then. Towards the end of the sector one, can he improve any better? We know how good he is in qualifying. It's his absolute strong point. He's going to head towards the end of the first sector. JC, 2.5 tenths up then in this sector. It is incredible. Can he find any more? This is looking beautiful for JC in the Williams. Can he find any more time? In the middle sector now, he's found a 2 tenths and he nearly loses it. That'll be it for his time. JC was up on time. It just didn't piece together today. Rated has invalidated. Gambit is down on time. At the moment, Gambit's on pole. RJ can't improve. Crit can't improve. Venom can't improve. Big Presumes is down as well. And that is it. Gambit, the man that is second in the World Championship standings, 13 points away from Betty, sets himself up on the journey for the championship lead after this Grand Prix. He leads the qualifying today, pole position for Gambit, very well deserved. And look at the margin as well. You do not ever see that here in Helheim Racing. That is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And that is it for qualifying. Gambit, your pole sitter. Hopefully no mistakes this week with the intro. I only hope so. And we're going to get it started in a second. Here is your qualifying results, everybody. Gambit takes pole position. Matt Brooks, second place, starting with a 4/10 pole margin. What a brilliant time from Gambit. Rated starts on the second row from JC4. Betty starts 5 from Master 6, Venom 7, Blazed 8, Crit 9, and Big Presumes in 10. Then moving down the grid, it is RJ in 11, Crazy Hurdler in 12, Peter 13, T-Pain 14, Batmigod 15, STE in 16. Yeah, Wolf in the chat. I've pretty much got the same what's it called? Pretty much got the same intro for this league as well. It is pretty much copy and paste, and we're going to get into it in a few moments' time. We'll see you very, very soon, everybody. Welcome to the streets of Singapore, where the lights are bright, the heat is relentless, and the walls are unforgiving. Round 10 of the Helheim World Championship brings us to the iconic Marina Bay circuit, a track that demands perfection and punishes mistakes, everybody. Here's the track then. It is top speed of 205 miles per hour. And elevations 5.3 meters, 23 turns across the whole entire track here at Singapore. And we did have a track layout change as well a few years ago. Here we go then. It is the tyres on your screen, C5, C4 and the C3. C5 being the soft, C4 being the medium, C3 being the hard. We have got the wets on there too. We will not be needing them to start the race. Not too sure about the rest. But at the moment, it is very dry out there. And today in Singapore, what a track it is. Cannot wait to get into it today then, everybody. What a race it is going to be, let me just say. Gambit will be starting on pole position for today from Matt Brooks in second place. It is going to be an absolute nail-biter today. Gambit is currently second in the World Championship standings, everybody. Second place in the World Championship standings. And today, setting himself up with an incredible opportunity to take the championship lead. Can he do it is the question. Just to let you know, the audio is more louder than you. Let me just check on it. Oh my god, let me check something. That's great, isn't it? I've just sorry about that. I'll it's because I didn't. It doesn't matter. I'll change it for next time. Anyway, everybody, Singapore getting going soon. Gambit could be the championship leader. After today, Betty will be starting down in 5th position today, which is just crazy. But I'm sure his race pace is better than quali, and we're going to see if he can transform that into a win today. Let's see. Let's absolutely see. He's going to need it. He's going to need to finish ahead of Gambit to stay ahead in the championship today. Matt Brooks starting second place as well. Do not factor him out. 29 points behind Gambit here in Season 4. So he's going to have to... They're all going to have to be very careful today. They really, really are. No mistakes can be made, is what I'm trying to say. So we're going to have to see what is going to happen under the lights here in Singapore then, everybody. This season has gone incredibly fast. Round 10. How are we here already? I've got no idea. And only 4 races left. Next Sunday, this Sunday coming up, is the 11th round. And we've only got 3 more rounds after that. So it's... yeah, two weeks. That is incredible. 2 weeks. Roll on tomorrow night. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Tomorrow, PGS Esports, of course. And then on the Friday, CPG F1 as well. If anyone's interested in racing in any of them, you can send me a message. Or for CPG, Wolfie is in the chat, so, you know, that's the man to speak to. But we will be going fairly soon, everybody. Here we go then, everybody, on the grid. It is time to go racing in Singapore. 5 lights. It's lights out and away we go. Gambit off the line very well. A bit of wheel spin, but he stays ahead of Matt Brooks then, down into turn 1, rated into third. Oh, what's he doing here? Trying to go around the outside of Matt Brooks then, round the outside. Matt Brooks trying to hold the inside line now as JC in 4, trying to get through as well. This is very nice stuff so far as Matt Brooks holds second place, rated into third. JC pushing for third position then as he's right up the backside of rated now, heading right down towards the end of the first sector. This is some beautiful racing so far. JC, he's going to go down the inside. Can he make the move? Not this time around. Has to stay back just at the moment. There's behind Blaze getting through to 6. The battle's happening then as Venom in 7. Crit up to down to 9 now as Master sliding up the inside, getting up to 8th position. Big Bazooms and the Mercedes 2 are going side by side as Crit just stays ahead in 9. Big Bazooms has to stay down to 8. RJ down in 11 then in this today's race. A bit out of position. We've seen him do better as the driver up ahead has just locked up very, very dramatically. Not too sure exactly what happened there, but look like they very nearly hit that barrier. Lap 1 of 31 then in Singapore. 30 laps to go. It is fastest first sector, of course, for Gambit, as he's driving very nicely indeed. A second ahead of Matt Brooks then. In the lead, Betty in 5, needs to gain some positions. His championship lead is at stake today. Needs to try and overtake a few times to try and defend the championship lead. Can he do anything about it though as we head up towards the line to start the second lap of 31 here in Singapore. The Marina Bay Circuit. Gambit now 1.3 ahead of the drivers. And a very nice start here at Helheim Racing, I've got to say. Really, really is. The drivers heading right down the track, down the main straight and into turn 1. Gambit leads by 1.4. He's had a very nice start today. Nobody seeming to be able to catch him at this moment in time. But lap 2 of 31 then oh, what's happened there? Spinning round, rated into the barrier then as everybody goes up a position. And I'm not too sure what happened there with rated, but the VSC is deployed due to that. If he doesn't turn around soon, it's going to be a full safety car. And he gets back on the track. Just the VSC then deployed. Wow. So the VSC, everybody, is deployed at the moment. Not the full safety car, which is great. We can continue racing at full speed fairly soon, which is very nice. What a start. What a start to this race, everybody. Gambit leads this race here for Helheim in Singapore, and it's 2.1 seconds of the gap at the moment. Now 1.6, as he must have had to slow down just a little bit. On to lap 3 now. Blaze with the drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. You get a lot of them then. Oh, what's happened here? Somebody else ran now. Crazy Hurdler, I think, went round as well as they head into the pit lane. Rated and Crazy both into the pit lane after damage at the start of this race. But Gambit then, Gambit in the lead, 2 seconds is the gap at the moment. He's had an incredible start. Betty then up to 3rd. This is looking better for him so far. Matt Brooks in 2nd place. And the top 3 are all the drivers in the top 3 of the championship at the moment, which is very nice. Then comes in 4, Big Bazooms, who is down in 8 at this moment in time. So it isn't going as well for Big Bazooms, but the top 3, incredible, to be fair. Absolutely brilliant here in Singapore. Not really much battles going on just as of yet. But can Big Presumes maybe get a move on critical presence then into the inside line as soon as possible. 16 drivers here today. Are we going to lose any? Are we going to get any big crashes? Or is it just going to be a your box standard race? We'll have to see. Here comes Big Bazooms then, trying to make a move on critical presence. He's going to get the speed, and the outside line favours him. Here he goes then, and there's Sauber through to 7 here in Singapore. Very nice indeed. And he's up to 7th position. Now 1.3 is the gap to the driver ahead of Blazed, who now has a drive-through penalty, and I assume will serve it this lap or next. Let's see what he does then. Yellow flags in the middle sector. Blades carries on. It's JC. It's gone around. JC, it hasn't gone his way. Has not gone his way. The end plate on the front left is gone as well. And JC will have to make a quick and brief pit stop now, which is going to make him lose a lot of time. A safety car is what he needs. Battle's going on here. Crit into 7, Blazed down to 8 then. RJ in 9. A big line of drivers then, everybody. Heading right down towards the end of Sector 1 and lap 4 at 31. Here comes Blazed. Can he make the move on Crit? Getting very close. You see, he always wants to make it, but the track always runs out as soon as he's about to go for the move. Has to be patient. Crazy Hurdler with a 3-second time penalty here today. RJ through to 8th position. Very nice. Here in Singapore, he is ahead, making the positions up today. The top 3 not really moving, but Betty's 3.4 ahead of 2nd place, and he's got Venom on his backside. Into the pit lane for Venom, and he will be getting on the new tyres. What will he be getting on? It's looking like the mediums then. Or is he on the mediums? Never mind, he's going to go to the hards. Oh no, what am I about? Is it drive-through penalty? Yeah, of course. Drive-through penalty then for the Williams. Didn't even think about that. So he must have picked that up under the VSC as well. And he's on his way out of the pit lane now, and will be coming out in P11. Blaze serves that drive-through penalty as well. Not ideal. Makes them lose a few positions, and after all of that, Raty gets a 3-second penalty. And Master is up to 4th position. The man that took 2nd place on his debut. Can he do any well today as well is the question. 2nd place on his debut, very well indeed. He really did do well. I think most of that as well was due to not getting a penalty, and the drivers around him getting one, and it kind of, you know, messed all of that up. But Australia was pretty bad for penalties. I'm not too sure this place is going to be as bad as it's looking already. Quite a bit better in the first 5 laps of 31 then here at the Marina Bay Circuit. Gambit 2.7 seconds from 2nd place. He is absolutely flying here today in his Ferrari. And can it be a clean sheet for him? Can he just absolutely flawlessly drive it to the end? Cross that line in the lead is the question. Could be. It could be that way then for Gambit. As behind Matt Brooks, you can see him onto the straight. Blaze in the pit lane then, in P15 now. He's going to lose another one to JC, who is coming around the final corner now. He could possibly lose that position. I think he will do. Here we go then, down the straight. Blazed into the last place positions now as he exits the pit lane. Very much too late then to get through past JC. And that is over before it started here today. As Gambit now 3.3 ahead of 2nd place. This man is on another level, flying ahead here in Singapore. It's beautiful to see. Matt Brooks 2nd. He's got 4 seconds to Betty. Oh, something cooking up maybe in the middle. Let's have a look. SG's behind RJ. Maybe a move here. Look how close he's getting then. with the DRS activated. Down the main straight, then onto the Singapore Airlines side and into turn 1. Right up the backside of RJ then. What can he do? Crazy hurdler with a 3-second penalty and retiring. Safety car is deployed, everybody. And wow, Crazy hurdler retires. JC with a penalty. The first safety car, maybe of many here in Singapore. The last race that I did here for Singapore, I think we had 3 or 4. Could today be the same? Lap 7 of 31, we get our first safety car. I'm going to quickly put you on a message from Track Titan for this safety car, and that'll be the last of today. So thank you very much for watching that.
Track Titan is the fastest way to become a better sim racer, with highly personalized insights assuring that you get the coaching that you need. Track Titan automatically records your driven laps and lets you pinpoint exactly where you're making mistakes, where you're losing time, and how you can fix it. When you sign up with Track Titan, you'll be able to analyze your driving, learn about tracks in the academy, and participate in driving challenges and community races.
And leaping off the line whilst Ryan needs to defend from Max 27, and Max 27's up, and Max 27's well up.
Allowing you to improve your sim racing at your own pace and in a friendly and helpful community. The Track Titan analysis doesn't just show you exactly where you're losing time, but also what faster drivers are doing differently than you, from racing lines to steering inputs. This way you're not only made aware of your mistakes, but you're also given a solution to fix them. In the Academy you can learn all about different tracks, how to properly drive them, test your knowledge, and of course beat the driving challenge. And we've also built up a wonderful community of sim racers who love to help each other out, share stories, videos and pictures, and who participate in the weekly hot lap challenges and races. With even more features coming in the future, be sure to check out Track Titan with a link in the description, or head over to tracktitan.io to sign up.
That's a message from our sponsor, everybody, of Track Titan in the chat. You get a 30-day free trial and 30% off your first month for clicking that link. It's completely free to sign up, so I'll definitely check it out. It's not going to harm anybody, but definitely helps me out. So if you if you can, that'll be absolutely brilliant. But anyway, everybody, during the ad break, I had an absolute sneezing fit, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. Literally never happened ever in my 4 years of commentating. It was awful. But here we go then. We head around the final few corners. A lot of drivers made a pit stop while I was gone, and that is definitely going to affect today. Pit stops are as follows. The top 4 without a pit stop: Peter didn't pit and T-Pain. The rest have all made a stop today. So that is going to change it up just a little bit, isn't it? Big Presumes will be ahead on the hards today. Critical Presence second, RJ up in third on the podium at the moment. This man doing very well. STE in 4, Gambit is behind, and the first man to catch up as he has pitted. So, you know, he is going to be far better off than the guys in front of him. Right, it's lap 9 of 31. We'd suspect that it's time to go racing again, but isn't looking like the safety car feels the same way. Nope, we are going again, everybody. One more time round the track. It will be lap 11 when we get racing again. Lap 11, which is crazy. It'll be 20 laps to go once we cross the line to go racing again. So 24 laps of racing, or maybe not if we get some more safety cars, but we don't know that just yet. So 20 laps of racing. We've lost Crazy Hurdler. 15 more drivers here today on the track, ready to push, ready to give it absolutely everything for this extravaganza of a show for Helheim Racing. Right, finally, this should be the lap, everybody. Finally, we can go racing again. In Singapore, the safety car will be getting out of the way. Big Bazooms can get us racing. Here we go then. There is your cue. The drivers are going to get ready. The safety car is going to pull right off now then and fly into the distance to get back to the pit lane before the drivers do. The two Williams at the back of the grid today, Venom and JC, they really haven't had a decent Grand Prix at the moment. But going back to the front of the World Championship standings, Betty's down in 8, Gambit is in 5. So at the moment, Gambit would take the championship lead if they finish like this. Gambit, even if he does get higher, at the minute, will take the championship lead after this Singapore race. That is round 11, where we go to Abu Dhabi then next round, which is going to be brilliant. Then to Austria, sorry, and it's time to go racing. Here we go then. Big Bazooms down into turn 1. Crit in second place. Nothing really going up on at the front of the grid. But behind that is Crit, RJ, STE, Gambit, Matt Brooks, Peter, Betty, Master. The rest of the pack then flying down the straight is lap 11 of 31 then. 20 laps to go here today. We've already had 10. About a third way through this race now. And here we go. Gambit round the inside then. He's going to go and take the position from STE. And he's into 4th position already. Gambit, a different breed in this race, and he's absolutely flying. Next up on his hit list is there RJ, which he's have to try and make an overtake on, who is on the hards, same as Gambit, but Gambit is on much newer ones then in this race today. So how is that going to play out is my question. So we'll have to just see about that one. Big Bazooms, 8 tenths ahead now, 9 tenths, 1 second now ahead of Critical Presence then, heading through the middle sector towards the final sector now in a few moments' time. As the safety car got restarted, but only 2 drivers with penalties here today, then that is Rated and JC. Oh, Master has gone around. What is going on here then? I think Gambit into 3 as well as he just overtook RJ. Master into the wall, spinning around. His race, which was going pretty decent, is now fairly over. Blazed into 10 then as T-Pain drops down to 11 in this race. It is all going on then on these last few laps as we head up towards turn 1. DRS enabled. Big Bazoom still leading a Grand Prix here today. Critical Presence, 2nd place, tries to catch you at the moment, the top 2. It's a very nice top 2, but I've got to say, the sight in their rear mirrors isn't going to be looking very good, is it? With Gambit chasing them down. This man is a different breed, I've got to say. He's absolutely rapid. and can just find the time where nobody else can. Today, really, really shining. Really, really is. And can Gambit take the lead of the Grand Prix today? I think it's a question of when he does, to be fair. So we're going to have to see what is going to happen there. 4 tenths the gap between him and Crit. The top 2 still needs to pit, of course, and RJ, STE, and a few more drivers across the grid. As Gambit gains on the Mercedes. Round the outside, and for second place, he has made the move onto the front row of the grid. Gambit then, second place here today, and now is gunning down for that race win. He's got big bazooms ahead. If there's no more safety cars today, he will cross the line on these hards and should take these to the end of the race. But that is if the safety car comes out again or not. And here he goes, the race-winning move. Gambit down the inside, and he's through to the lead. Once again, ruling this race, and Gambit is on for the race win once more, as he now leads the Grand Prix here at Marina Bay. ST with a 3-second penalty on everybody here today, which is adding to the tally now. 4 drivers with penalties today, which isn't actually that bad in the grand scheme of things. There's the track. We're going to say fairly quiet right now. Nothing really going on lap 13 of 31. And we just wait for a move to happen. Wait for some overtakes. But next round, everybody, next round is Abu Dhabi. Then on the 23rd of April, we go to Hungary. 27th of April, we go to... hang on, did I just... Oh, I don't know what I've just said. Anyway, 20th of April, we go to Abu Dhabi next week. Then, 23rd of April, we go to Austria. 27th of April, we go to Hungary. And to round the season off, it is 30th of April, Monaco. The race which, I'm not going to lie, it's probably going to be pretty boring. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay. In Monaco, of course, the track that many love, many hate. Many hate because of how boring it can get. And, you know, being a commentator, it can actually be quite boring. I can't lie, but it should be okay. As Crit gets a penalty then. RJ and Matt Brooks then. The two Alpines seem to have a bit of a scrap at the moment then. Very close to each other, but at the moment isn't looking like anything is going on between them. The Alpine behind is getting very close, but at the moment, nothing close enough to make a move. Blaze, the 3-second penalty then into turn 1. Here we go then, up towards the... Turn 1, sorry, yes, it is lap 15 of 31 now beginning. Are we going to get a move between Big Bazooms and Crit possibly, or Crit and RJ? You never know. Or Matt Brooks, of course, on the Alpine. They're all very, very close to each other at this moment in time. Here we go. The move, RJ and Matt Brooks. He goes through. Matt Brooks into 4. RJ drops down to P5. Betty still in 6th then at the moment. It's down below Master, up into P11. This man is on the charge, on the overtakes, and he's getting back up the order, which is nice to see after not having a very nice start. Betty in 5, RJ then drops down to 6. Betty making those positions up now, pushing as hard as he can on that 15 to 31. Gambit leads by 7 seconds. Oh my god, this man is mental, absolutely mental. Here today is Matt Brooks then in 3rd, ahead of Crit, pushes him down. Look at this then, here we go, Matt Brooks, 2nd place. Big Bazooms down to 3rd place to 2 Salberts, 3 and 4 now as Betty's in 4, making those moves up. Here he goes, Betty into 3rd place. He gets through onto the podium positions now. Can he overtake Matt Brooks? Betty is back on the charge and he is back on the ball. If he can close up 1 position behind Gambit, I think he will hold, he definitely will actually hold his championship lead. He will. I think the gap will get a bit smaller, but he'll hold that championship lead very well indeed. So at the moment, Betty's doing everything he needs to do to really bring it back for this championship. He is doing incredibly well so far. 3rd place at the moment. He's pushing on here in Singapore. And can he, just can he, get into 2nd place today? The gap between Gambit and Matt Brooks is 10 seconds now, getting bigger and bigger every lap. It is actually stupid. It is mental. Gambit is just flying here in Singapore. There's something about this track that he's just so good about it, and you got to respect it. You really have. That man is absolutely flying today. Anyway, if you're in the chat, everybody, if you're watching tonight and you're enjoying the stream, make sure if you've got an Amazon Prime subscription, you can give us a free subscription on the channel. It really helps me out a hell of a lot. And Wolfie Plays is a man that is a 2-month subscriber now on the Jack Crossley Comms channel. Forever grateful for that. And yeah, if you've got an Amazon Prime subscription, it is completely free to do so. So if you can... if you got a subscription, you haven't used it on anybody, that'll be much appreciated. But of course, you can do what you please with it. I'm just letting you know that it's there. What's going on there then? JC to 4, Crit down to 5 in this race. T-Pain and Blaze, 12 and 13, as they're both in the pit lane now. They're coming out pretty much the same time. Oh, Blazed Looks like he nearly hit the wall there coming out of the pit lane. Didn't really go the way he wanted it to, but lap 18 of 31, then nearly into the 20s on laps. And Betty is in third place, trying to chase down Matt Brooks then. 0.7 of a second is the gap. In total, Betty has got about 11 seconds to Gambit at the moment, which is a pretty big gap. And let's have a look at the tyre difference, shall we? Tyres, they're all on the same tyres, so it is very equal stuff. As you can tell, Gambit is just clearly the faster driver here today. Really, really is. 10 seconds ahead on equal tyres. Incredible. Only 0.4 of a second to Betty then. This is getting so close. It really, really is. Betty could gain on Matt Brooks. I'd absolutely love to see an overtake, but will it happen? It's just teasing us with it. It really, really is. It's so close. Look at this, man. 11 seconds ahead of the pack. It's incredible. Absolutely brilliant. Here we go then, everybody. Lap 21 of 31. 10 laps to go in this Grand Prix. It has gone very fast indeed. And Gambit in the lead by 12 seconds. 12.5 Betty's got to Gambit now. Seeming like he can't make the overtake on Matt Brooks. The top three are looking like they're going to stay where they are. Chat getting bored. There's just not a lot going on at the moment. There really isn't. But yeah, I'm trying to keep it entertaining. I'll try my best, but T-Pain in 13, placed in PE 12 at the moment. You know what? Let's go through penalties, shall we? Penalties. That'll do something. Penalties. JC with 3. We've got Rated with 3, ST with 3, and Crit and Blaze both with 6 today. Which, you know what? I've got to say, very nice indeed. It really isn't too bad for Helheim. We have really cut down on the penalties recently, and here is your tyres. We have got Big Bazooms and RJ, Crit, T-Pain and probably Blaze as well, I'd say, on very new tyres on the mediums. Then we've got Peter and Venom, both on very new hards, but of course all at the back of the grid. The oldest on the grid today are rated on 18 lap olds, and he's still going somehow. I've got no idea how, but he's doing an incredible job. Someone who's doing an incredible job even more, though, is Gambit. 12.3. This man is flying. I don't know what has got into him today, but it's just mental. It's mental. JC now in the pit lane, going to get on the new hard compound tyres. Never mind. The new softs. My apologies. Oh, are we going to get a move? Crits on JC. Finally, a bit of light. Can we get an overtake? Come on. Push for it. Can we get a move? Here's critical presence on JC. Nope, that is not happening today. And we have to wait even more. Lap 23 of 31 then. Betty still behind Mr. Matt Brooks. Here we go then, Betty on Matt Brooks. Can we get the move? We've all been waiting for such a long time. With only 8 laps to go in this Grand Prix, everybody. Betty and Matt Brooks just been teasing us with it the whole time. And while these two have been going at it, Gambit, he's just gaining more and more time each lap. 13.5 now. He is winning this race. He is winning it. He is so far ahead. Yellow flags. What has happened here then? I think somebody must have lost their footing through for turn 1. It's fastest middle sector, first sector for JC. Into turn 1 once again, the same thing, but isn't looking like we can get a move between these two just as of yet. Here we go then, RJ and Bipazoons. Oh my god, we missed the move. Oh, back again down the inside, Peter switching back. He makes contact there, also Blaze. Hits the back side of him. Wow. Just wow then. What is going on here then? Ahead, Peter into 14. Oh, Blaze into the barrier. Blaze hits the wall then. The safety car is out. Yes. Yes. The safety car deployed. Come on. Okay, Blaze into the pit lane then with the new wing that he's going to be getting. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, the safety car deployed. Yes, we're going to get some action once the safety car gets restarted. Come on. Very nice. Not good for Gambit there. Look at the gap. 19 seconds. Oh my. That is just something else. In the chat, Wolfie, yawning, waiting for a move to be done. Absolutely. I'm nearly yawning now. Oh my god. As the word yawning made me yawn. Wolfie as well. Late drama finally. Yes. Come on. Late drama. I'm very happy. Gambit won't. He will be absolutely heaving, to be fair, because he was going to go and win that very, very easily. But now, you know, he's got to put a little bit more work in, which isn't what he wants to be doing. Pit lane for Gambit. Pit lane for Matt Brooks and Betty too. With Master going to go in. Yes, Master too. I think everybody should, really. I think they all should. Rated in the pit lane as well, possibly. Yep. Let's see if everybody else decides to do the same. Out of the pit lane then. It's Gambit, Matt, Betty, Master, all coming out. It's got to be on the softs, surely, for everybody today. Now we're going to be waiting ages for them to catch up. Yeah, we are. But we're going to get a good 3 or 4 laps of racing once we go racing. Mediums for Gambit. Softs for Matt Brooks. Ooh. Betty on the hards. Medium. The hards. Betty on the mediums. JC on the softs. Master in the pit lane coming out at the moment. Big Presumes and Bat Me God and Rated and RJ and Crit all in the pit lane. Okay then everybody, lap 26 of 31. Gambit leads when the safety car gets restarted. Matt Brooks in second place. Betty we start in third. JC 4, Master 5, Batme God 6. The nice thing about this as well is the main guys at the top don't really have a penalty apart from JC. So it's not really going to get messed about with penalties. It's literally going to be whoever finishes in front is going to be there without any penalties, without all the stupid stuff. It's going to be great. It is going to be a very nice safety car restart. Crazy Hurdler, the single and only driver we have lost today. The rest of the drivers all here today, racing very well indeed, with Gambit definitely being the best of them 100%. He was 18 seconds ahead at one point. This man is just a different breed in this race today. Really, really is. I don't know where it came from, but all of a sudden he is hungry for that championship. Right then, will the safety car coming in at the end of this lap is the question, or we got one more? Oh my god, I think we got one more. Unless it's going to be announced a little bit later, but it was the last time we got going, it was around here, they announced it, so there we go. Yes, safety car in at the end of this lap. Time to go racing again. Will Gambit fly ahead into the distance, or can Matt Brook catch him lacking this time? Can it be a different race winner to what we've expected the whole entire race? Lap 26 of 31 comes to a close in a second, and the race is about to get restarted. Will we see some action is the question. We are most likely going to do that today. Here we go then, Gambit. Will he get the jump on Matt Brooks like he wants to already? Flying ahead, and Matt Brooks caught lacking a bit there. Then Gambit already nearly a second ahead then down the straight. Gambit is absolutely rapid here in Singapore. Down to turn 1 then. Venom already retires down the straight, or was it in the pit lane? I'm not too sure. Down the straight into the wall, I think. think it was, yeah, rated with the 3-second penalty then. Gambit then into turn 1. He's ahead still from Matt Brooks in second place. Now the gap, half a second at the moment. Betty staying within distance as well of 9/10 of a second at the moment. He nearly fallen within a second now, though he does fall within a second because Matt Brooks has got the slipstream very much so on Gambit. Can this man be the man to stop the Gambit today? The man that has been 18 seconds ahead of the drivers earlier on to now right in front of him, touching distance. Matt Brooks could be the man to put an absolute end to it. He could get some good points for his championship this season. Matt Brooks, he could be that man. Here we go then. Lap 27 of 31. We'll be lap 28 in a few moments' time, but what we're more worried about is if Matt Brooks can make the move or not on Gambit. We have been waiting so long for something like this to happen. And we're going to keep continuing to watch it then right down towards the end of this lap. And of course, down the main straight is a place where it could possibly happen, which we absolutely hope for. 0.6 of a second. Matt Brooks just trying to catch up. Gambit is too good. He is absolutely too good today. Matt's on the softs and he's struggling, to be fair, compared to Gambit. DRS enabled then. He will be getting the DRS now then when he needs it on this lap. So Matt is going to be using that to his best advantage when he possibly can. The gap is 0.7 of a second between 1 and 2. Who will win the race today? If Gambit gets a penalty, it's Matt Brooks, which is actually quite an exciting thing to see. Nobody knows quite the way it's going to go today. Blaze with a 3-second time penalty. Master up to 4 into the barrier nearly. Just about holds it. JC then through to 4. JC with a good race today. Really good race. P4 for that man. But up 28 of 31. Matt Brooks gaining on Gambit. Now 0.4 of a second. He's going to get the DRS when he needs it. Oh my god. I'm so desperate to see the top 2 change positions. I really am. They got 6/10. It's just mental. They are so good. Gambit is incredible. He's absolutely incredible. He clearly has practice for this track. And into the final corner. And to the main straight. Matt Brooks takes the fastest lap. So he has gone faster than Gambit on that one around. Lap 29 of 31. We are very close to the end. SDE with a time penalty. Blaze at the back then gets overtaken by Peter as he switches back underneath. Nearly spins around then doing the same thing. What is going on? Blaze nearly hits the barrier. Nearly spins around. Oh, the gap is now 0.8 between the top 2. Matt Brooks just can't catch up on these softs. What's going on down the inside? Master to 4 through past JC, making the move, rated into 6th past his teammate Batmy God as well. That's what we like to see. Batmy God with a better race today as well after retiring last time out pretty early on in the race actually. There's Peter with a 3-second time penalty as well, ladies and gentlemen. So penalties are racking up just a little bit, but the top 4 still without any. Look at that, 0.8 of a second. Gambit is crazy. Flying ahead there, and then when we cross the line, it'll be the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix today. Here we go then, JC on Master, heading right into the right-hander. It is lap 30 of 31, JC. He's had a really nice race today. He was in 4th position at the best, and now he's going to go for the move on Master. Gaining and gaining and gaining. Can he go for it? In the outside line. What a move if he can. JC for the move on Master. He's through. His Blaze goes around at the back. And that was a lovely move. Oh, Blaze with no wing then on the penultimate lap. That is his race completely over. And the gap between 1 and 2, 1.2 seconds then here today in Singapore. So it is looking like Gambit is still going to go ahead and win this race. We definitely thought that we did, but I wanted to give Matt Brooks a bit of hope. Hopefully he could make the overtake, but today it isn't looking likely as we're going to head towards the end of this lap very soon with only one more time around the track, and the gap is 1.6 seconds. Gambit is going to run away with this today. He really, really is. He was 18 seconds ahead at one point, which is just mind-blowing. But here we go then. Gambit round the final corner. We're going to cross the line and start the final lap of the Grand Prix here today for Helheim Racing Singapore. The start was very good. It's been, to tell you the truth, it hasn't been amazing in the middle sector, but you know, you do have races like that. It's nothing to do with the Helheim boys. It's just sometimes. Oh, RJ and Rated is switching positions. What is going on here? RJ into 7, then Rated drops down to 8. Where are these moves coming from? We need them. We needed them earlier on. Now they're coming on the final lap of the race. Big Bazooms through to P9. Crit then in 10. Everybody giving it absolutely everything here today on lap 31 or 31. Everybody can push on this lap. It is the final lap. They can burn everything they've got before the end of the lap. Wolfie says in the chat, commentator's curse. Yeah, I've got the worst commentator's curse. You know, it's really bad sometimes. You know, but here we go then. Blaze retires from the session in the pit lane. It really wasn't going his way towards the end of the race today. So he has finished up today and packed it in. But here we go then. Gambit, the Ferrari up in the front two. At one point was ahead by 18, nearly 19 seconds from the pack, but the safety car screwed him over. He has led an astounding race. He really, really has in Singapore. Nobody, absolutely nobody could come close. And Gambit round the final corner. He will take the win in round 10 for Helheim Racing Singapore, the Marina Bay Circuit Grand Prix. He gets won by the Ferrari. Matt Brooks takes second place. Betty will come home in third place. Then it is Master 4 after another great Grand Prix. Second place in the first, fourth in the second. Batmigod 5, RJ 6, JC 7, Big Presumes 8, Rated 9, T-Pain 10, Crit 11, STE 12, Peter in 13. What a race, everybody. What a race. At the end, anyway. Right then, finish results, everybody, for the Grand Prix here in Singapore. Gambit takes the win from Matt Brooks in second place. Then it's Betty third, who I think might just hold on to his championship lead. Master 4 from Batmigod 5, RJ 6, JC 7, Big Presumes 8, Rated 9, and T-Pain takes P10 in this race. And it's Crit 11, SDE 12, Peter 13, and Blazed retires in 14 today. Venom retires, and Crazy Hurdler 2. Thank you for joining me, everybody, for this Wednesday evening commentary, of course, for Helheim Racing. Hope you've enjoyed. And I'm back tomorrow for PGS Esports. Then Friday, CPG. And Saturday, nothing. Sunday is Helheim Racing once again. Thank you for joining me, everybody. It's been very, very nice indeed. I hope you have a very nice night. And I'll see you all tomorrow.